Hey everyone! I chose the critical literacy book, The Day You Begin, written by Jacqueline Whitson and illustrated by Rafael Lopez, to use in the grade 3 classroom. The Day You Begin is a story about many diverse children that have the feeling they are different from others in their class. It is a story about children having differences from their classmates, whether it be the food they eat, the games they play, or the places they have traveled to. The story highlights the importance of coming out, being brave, and sharing your story with your peers. When the young girl, Angelina, shares her story with her classmates, it demonstrates that you not only have differences with them, but also similarities. Therefore, the story is a great read for students because it teaches the importance of engaging with and including all classmates despite the differences. And once students share their information about themselves, they will come to realize that they also have similarities too. Author Jacqueline Whitson is a well-known author of over 30 award-winning children and adult books. She is a Coretta Scott King Honor Award winner, a National Book Award finalist, a Newbery Honor Award winner, was a recipient of the Jane Addams Children's Book Award, and received the Margaret A. Edwards Award. Illustrator Rafael Lopez is an experienced illustrator who has illustrated numerous children's books. Rafael has won many awards, such as the Silver Medal from the Society of Illustrations, the Thomas Rivera Children's Book Award, and is winner of the Pura Belpar Illustrator Award, and their story that they created together is a New York Times #1 children's picture books bestseller, so therefore is a very popular read. So for the mini lesson, I'll first ask students 2 questions, which are number 1, what can you all do to include everybody, such as including everybody to play at recess, and number 2, what is everybody's favorite color? I'll go through the class and ask one student at a time. Many students will see that somebody has the same favorite color as them, and this will introduce the students to the lesson that everybody has something in common, and it can be as simple as a favorite color too. So for the reading of the book, I will give each student a printout copy of the story for them to read along while you do a shared reading. For the activity then, I will use the website Random Team Generator to group the students into groups of 2, and you can do one group of 3 if there is an odd number of students. I'll demonstrate that website afterwards. Secondly, the students will be using the digital tool and iPad to go to the Voice Memos app to interview, ask questions to the student they are partnered with to learn more about their classmate. I'll first have students independently write down on a piece of paper at least 4 questions they would like to ask the classmate they are partnered with. Then I will hand out an iPad to each of the students and demonstrate to them at the front what the Voice Memo app looks like, to hit the red button to start recording and to hit that same button once they are finished, then click Done. I'll also demonstrate how students can go back to and listen to the recording if needed for the next part of the assignment. So students can spread out throughout the classroom or go to spaces in the hallway, of course they will not disturb their other classes to do the interview. I'll put a blank piece of white paper on each student's desk, so once they are finished, they'll return to their desks, and on the paper, they will present what they learned about their classmate. The student can choose to print, draw, or use both to create their representation of the information they learned about their partner. For example, if the classmate that they are interviewing said their favorite sport is hockey, the student could write out the word hockey, draw a hockey stick, or both. So the students will then present that information to the class by hanging it up on the bulletin board for others to see. So this Random Team Generator app, so here I have, you have 16 students, let's say, so you divide that by 2, so you would need 8 groups, and you can obviously move this around, so 8 groups, you'd hit return, and your students are in there with a group of 2. Okay, so I will know the students have met the objectives from the program of studies by walking around while the students are doing the activity to see them communicating with one another and collecting information on the student they are partnered with. So the students will demonstrate the program of studies through the interview process of sharing their ideas from the questions they are asked during the interview process, and then through their presentation part of printing and drawing out what they have learned about the student they are partnered with. I will measure achievement through anecdotal records that I receive by observing the students and taking notes on how they are communicating with their partner during the interview process. So I hope that after watching this, you can see how you can use The Day You Begin in a grade 3 classroom to promote critical literacy. Thanks for listening.